So this is what we were left off from the previous lecture. We had today label, date label, and then the hello world. This is my first step label. What I want to do for this lecture is to add this image at the center of our view. Okay, so let's get started. Now I want to delete this text label object from my view so that I can have an image there. And I can simply do that by deleting these lines of code right here. Now how do I add an image to this view? Remember we used UI label from UIKit to create our label objects like today label and date label and assign the text to those labels. Just like we used the UI label to create and add a class to our view, we can use this class called UI image view provided by UIKit. Now we need to add an image to Xcode so that we can use that image for our UI view. We first need to go to this blue folder that says assets.xc assets. So let's click on it. And this blank page is where we are supposed to add our image. I've prepared some images, just place it in your Xcode. You can find those images right below this video. For the first image, I'm going to use this bc.png file. And I'm just going to drag and drop. And notice, even though I just added one image, it's showing me 3 slots here. 1x, 2x, and 3x. And what does that mean? Well, let's say we have these 3 boxes. Each is 1 inch by 1 inch. So it's 1 inch here and 1 inch on this side. Okay. And in case it's 1x, that means this 1 inch by 1 inch box is occupied by this one single pixel. That's 1x. And in case of 2x, this 1 by 1 inch box is occupied by 4 pixels. 2 pixels on this side and 2 pixels on that side. So total of 4 pixels. So this 2x box has 4 times more information than this 1x box. Now for 3x box, this box is occupied by 3 by 3 pixels, so total of 9 pixels. 3 pixels here and 3 pixels here. So this means that this 3x box has 9 times more information than this 1x box. And why does that matter? This iPhone 3, the resolution of everything was 1x. And now Apple managed to crank it up, and almost every iPhone's resolution now is 2x or 3x. And what that means is that if we take, let's suppose we are taking the same area of each phone here. And let's enlarge it. And since this one is 1x and this one is, let's say, 2x, the amount of information that this square holds is 4 times more than this area. And this means that this image is much sharper. This particular rectangle is much sharper than this rectangle. But then, since this rectangle holds much more information than this rectangle, this one is much more expensive to load than this rectangle. So whenever it's okay to humanize to load 1x image, then Apple wants to load 1x version of an image instead of loading 2x or 3x version because it's much faster, right? And whenever it makes more sense to load much sharper image, Apple wants to have an access to 2x or 3x version of that image. And that's why Apple wants the developers to load 3 different versions of a same image. Now in the next lecture, we're going to talk about how to prepare those 3 versions.